had breakfast, and then
went to Ballroom 20 right away.
Yeah, we wanted to go see the TV Guide fan favorites panel. Stephanie really wanted to see Norman Reedus, and I have a major soft spot for David Anders from back starting with Alias.
Mm-hmm.
I loved him in Alias. I stopped watching Heroes when he died, which it was when it was starting to get really bad too, and then they killed him, and I was like, forget this. We were like, well, we'll get in line, maybe we'll make it in. Because we thought, okay, it's 3 hours before, they say, get in line around that time. So we happened to show up right, I guess, at the right moment, and they were moving the line in.
So this woman was hollering we were about 2,800 out of 4,000. So we were a little past halfway. And we did. I mean, that was the easiest line I think we stood in all weekend. Mm-hmm.
She's totally incognizant of the reality of who she really is, and she is on a mission. She believes she's her own hero. So I just trust in that rather than trying to play awful. I trust in the fact that she needs to vindicate herself and find her own happy ending, because she feels incredibly wronged, and she is on a mission to get what she truly deserved, and she believes she's right.
It united a lot of people who are tired of cynicism and believe in magic.
Yeah.
And I hope it did bring you all together, and I hope you gained lifelong friends, because I think the reason that we created the show was to add a little hope to the world in any way we could.
Enjoyed. I think what I loved so much about that panel was that it was a very fan friendly, fan oriented panel. Mm-hmm. They love their fans. Mm-hmm. The creators were.
Well, that show's always kind of on the border of getting canceled. Mm-hmm. So it must be the fans or the fan base that keeps it around.
We were sitting next to a fan who was loved it, and her husband was with her. First of all, she was dressed up. She's pregnant, and she had a dress that had the Death Star on it
on her belly,
and she had Princess Leia braids, and she was adorable. And her husband was with her, and they were both so excited about this panel, and you could tell they were really big fans. Mm-hmm. And Yvette Nicole Brown moderated
so great.
it, and
she's a fan of the a big time fan, and so she brought her fangirliness. She's so great.
She's I want her to moderate all the panels.
Yeah, her part was on the next panel that she was actually on was the fan favorites panel.
Yeah, so we were excited.
So it was literally she left, she moderated, she walked off stage, and then 30 minutes later she's back on stage, but as somebody on the panel.
Oh my gosh.
And as I think it was Norman or Maisie or somebody was talking about their show, and she was I like it. Because she watches the show, and she was so she was like us, but she was on stage and she had a microphone.
Yes,
Is Arya Stark from Game of Thrones.
And I go, this is a lot like Comic-Con, swear to God. and he went, I wanted to say my lines were longer than yours, but I didn't. But I walked away from Obama and I was like, I can't believe I just said that. What an idiot. And it was mostly positive. It was mostly positive. And then one person said, I think he's got a crooked lip. And I thought I had 22 stitches in my bottom lip as a kid. And I thought when I moved to LA, that was going to be the reason I didn't get a job, because I had a crooked lip. And it was just it was like Temple of Doom. They were. Can you hear me? See me? It's tough. It's tough. And I says to myself, Mabel, because I call myself Mabel. I says, Mabel, you ain't never looking at them chat boards again. And I never have. I never looked back.
This is the best day ever, you guys. Right? Best day ever.
Amazing.
Mabel.
The reason I
take notes, you guys, and you guys should start doing this, is because these shows are written by amazing writers, and I always find a gem of wisdom or something super funny or something that I can apply to my life. So I actually started taking notes on television shows because I go, what did he just say? What did she just say? And it was always something so brilliant. So shout out to all the writers of all these shows because they're amazing. So they're telling stories about people's lives, and I feel like if we pay attention, and we can enjoy television because of the entertainment value and movies for that reason, but there's also little nuggets that can help you through your daily struggles and what you're going through. So that's
Then we had to hightail it out of there because we had to go to Nerd HQ to register to get our wristbands. Everybody at Nerd HQ is lovely. Let's just start with that.
Yes.
Like, and generally, actually, all the volunteers, because just like across the board, ComCom volunteers, Nerd HQ volunteers, I was like so impressed by these people's attitudes.
Oh yeah, but I think it
we
would
would
be
work
cool.
at the Nerd Machine.
Yeah.
Next year we could be bartenders.
Yeah, that needs like
We're putting that out there in the universe.
Yeah.
So.
So that was a super great panel as well, and
But it kind of a nice change of pace because it was basically how like all these people are, you know, geeks. They're like really real geeks.
it was like it was nerds of pop culture,
And how they've basically married their love and geekdom with like and
profession.
with a profession and made it into something that they're recognized for. Like Nathan Fillion moderated.
He pretty much like sat in the chair on the side and just kind of
And gave his
input.
commentary.
And he pointed to like who would ask the question and said,
He
"Oh, you
pointed.
back there."
Which
and
that would
you
have made me
back
really
there."
nervous. I didn't ask a question, but had I asked a question and he had pointed at me, I don't know what I would have done.
Well, and he commented
Forgotten
on that
my
girl's
question.
hair. If I were her, I would have been like, "Oh, thank you, I'm done."
That was all I needed.
That was all I needed.
Don't you have a question?
I'll go home
I
now.
don't know.
See what you
I
got
would
now.
have just been, you guys are awesome.
Really close to the microphone. Ugh.
Your face one. So it was really like so interesting, and it was so cool to see everybody fan Alton Brown. Did you say him?
Yeah,
Okay, I was thinking
Yeah.
about, I don't know what I was thinking.
the astronaut.
Probably.
Because he was so cool.
Because my friend had a panel at Comic-Con. So we had to, you know, move through the crowd really fast. And her panel is called Keep YA Weird. She was moderating because her book doesn't come out until September, but when it does, you need to buy it, and this is it. And you need to buy it because I'm reading it, and it's awesome. They're always so encouraging, YA writers are, because it's really hard. The market, getting there. And it was a good panel. And Kim was awesome.
She was.
And she is awesome. And we had dinner with her. And so that was great. That day was crazy. And
And then we weren't done.
no.
Just when you think it's done, you're not done.
I'm so tired.
I know,
It's counting
good.
Saturday.
It's probably an emerald. Friend, I will laser hand you in the face.
Had tickets to the second Nerdist podcast of the night. They had done two.
That was at 10:30. It was at Balboa Theater.
It
which is about a mile
had
away.
so they kind of like split it into two sections. Like so, on this stage when you walked in was Chris Hardwick and Matt Mira and Jonah Ray, and then they bring out Guillermo del Toro and Tom Hiddleston. Can we just
Moment.
for a minute?
We didn't get any video footage of that, or because we were
laughing so hard, and I wanted to be in the moment of that,
Yeah.
because there will most likely never be a time again in my life when I'm in the same room as Tom Hiddleston. So I wanted to like live in the moment.
You can listen to the podcast.
Yeah.
You guys. Like, we were there.
Yeah. And then so they had to leave, and then Maisie came back again. Maisie again. Second time in one day, third time all together.
Yeah. She totally handled herself with those boys.
Mm-hmm. It was great.